So the action video, it's been brought down 3 times. So I'm now going to make another video and make this one slightly different. In this weekend, I will have a video on my website which will explain in more detail because I can't do that on here. So what I can say is we have been working for 18 months looking at how the situation in the UK is starting to develop. We can all talk about COVID, we can all talk about Starmer, we can all talk about Boris. Everybody that's awake will know the story. But we want to go deeper in that. And we have knowledge of a recording at the World Economic Forum. And that was really an eye-opener, because clearly in that recording it stated that the UK must fall if the plan is to be successful. And that was from the money men in the City of London Square Mile. They're aware of the plan to destabilise the UK. Who do you think pulls Starmer's strings? Starmer's not in charge. The money's in charge. They want to make the UK a communist state. They want to make us available for them to monitor and for us to work for them and give us nothing. This is our one chance in history to make that change. If we don't, then for future generations we'll be under that control. It's communism, Fabian society, and the people that have been implementing that are not just the Blairs, the Camerons, and the Boris Johnson and Sunaks and everybody else. It's been going for a long time. And the plan is such that we want to wake up. There's one mistake that was made. Tony Blair said, we're going to get the internet in every home. That was his mistake. Because by doing that, it's allowed us to share information with you that you would not have got through mainstream media because they are complicit. The amount of people coming into our country is significant. They're not going to stop. And even today I announced, well before it was announced elsewhere, that 500 Somalians were on a boat waiting to be picked up. And the newspapers picked up on that afterwards, just like they did the vape inquiry after our investigation. But I digress. So we're talking about what they're going to do in the UK. So we're going to have a look and we're going to share what we know. We have had people in mosques. We have people getting information. And we're aware of documents. And a document will be shown very soon because we are aware that the Muslim Brotherhood have issued something, which is why I can't put it on here because I'll get banned. And that document makes it clear the end of Ramadan is open season. That open season means that everyone that's a Jew or Christian is a target. Now I'm speaking hypothetically, of course. So hypothetically, those people will easily pick their targets, and they will usually be schools, places of worship, trains, areas where people congregate. And hypothetically, what we're saying is there is a plan that they're going to execute, and it will start soon. My job is to communicate with you what will happen, and I will do that through my website because videos get taken down too easily. We will showcase documents and information, and we allow teams of people like the Muslim Brotherhood, a terrorist organisation that is banned across the world, but it's not banned here. They have a head office in London under the guise of a charity that we contribute to as a taxpayer. Maybe you're not aware of that. On top of that, the mosques are awash with people willing to have a go at us. We are white, we are British, mixed faiths. Then you have the Sikhs, the Hindus. We're all a target. They have a plan. If you read the Quran, it makes it very clear that they want a caliphate across the world. And that caliphate means that we have to bow down to their religion. We won't be bowing down to the religion. And it's a message to everyone that's involved. Then we'll talk about the politicians that have allowed this to happen. We talk about the military, the main top brass that have allowed our military to deplete itself to such a level we cannot no longer defend our borders. It's not only equipment that we don't have, but we're down to 45,000 men and women. A lot of them are still in training, so we don't have a fighting force anymore, so we're left exposed. You on top of that have another issue. Our Home Office, Civil Service have all been infiltrated by people that have an agenda. You've got the politicians, and if you read the Quran, a Muslim can very easily lie in order for the greater good. The greater good is a caliphate. So when you hear a politician say Britain first, they could be lying. I don't trust any of them or any party because they're all the same. They're cut from the same cloth. So let's talk about what they're going to do. So Ramadan finishes. They have an action plan. An action plan will be to target us. The MI5 group, who should be working with us, are spread across the world. They don't just work in the UK, they work globally. Now in the UK we have 52,000 people on the terror watch list, not the 40,000 they claim, 52,000. That doesn't include the 120,000 that we've lost. That also doesn't include those people that are sleeper cells who have been here a long time. You can see some of them could be included. But let's say reliably informed, it could be up to 250,000, so they've got 52,000. These are people already in our society. The IRGC, they are a group who are banned. Yes, banned in a lot of countries, but not here. Why is that? Well, Muslim Brotherhood, IRGC, clear. They have open season on us. We've allowed them in. Now when they took over Iran, they took 6 months to do so. Do you think it'll take that long to take us over? Well, let me tell you, the plan is there. I'll be putting more details to that plan. People should not run away or be frightened. What they need to do is join us. Join us in a one unison and not fighting between each other. I am not getting involved in nonsense between certain people. Intelligence services that operate globally also have a challenge with the UK. They want us to be okay. They will not allow us to turn into an Islamic state. That means the Americans, yes, the Americans have made it clear in internal meetings that we will become the 52nd state if needed. They will protect us, protect our assets. But we don't want them to do that. We want to do it on our own. Across the UK, and I'm not in charge of anybody, I'm just speaking hypothetically. Across the UK, there are many veterans that are already organised in their own groups. What are they organising? Well, they're going to help communities, gardening, helping the old ladies and men with their messages or their shopping, as you would call it in England. And then you have the football clans and everybody else who has an interest in the community. So they are going to get together in their communities, again, to help with the gardening and the cleaning and the shopping for the local elderly, building fences, these type of things. Then you have, of course, the boxing community, and you have the gangs of the biking community, all community spirited, wanting to help build fences and indeed helping everybody with their shopping and everything else that they get involved in. And I think it's all the community spirit they should be aware of. So link with people who are like-minded, because that's important to you and important to a community. We are not advocating any violence, but then again, you have to become an outlaw because the law is wrong. Robin Hood did it, yep, and others. And Nelson Mandela said at one time, that was his favourite phrase. What we're saying is, we are under attack. The government lie, and it's treasonous. There's a move to take away the Church of England. Then they'll take away the monarchy. Then we become a state, a republic, which they can control. It's important for everyone to remember there should be no fear, because if you fear something, you cannot embrace what's ahead. We should link with each other, communicate in a proper way, and ensure that communities are met and helped to build fences, look after each other, walk them across the street, and enjoy each other's company in the garden. Finally, what I will say to the Muslim Brotherhood, we've got you. We know who you are. We are not frightened of what you're going to bring on. The politicians that support you, they're traitors. We are a country of good people. When the back's against the wall, good women and good men have to do bad things. We will protect our children at all costs and our communities. You try and encroach on that, then of course we will be slightly perturbed, and therefore the stiff upper lip, we may decide then to talk to you directly. And when we talk, we will obviously explain to you that that's not acceptable in this country. Now, diversity, education, and everything that goes with it. Us British people, whether we're Scottish, English, Irish or Northern or Welsh, then we have one thing in common. We are somebody or a race that when challenged with something that we think is wrong, we organise cream teas in the afternoon, eat sandwiches, and try and sort it out over a nice cuppa and a game of Scrabble. And that's what we expect. So watch this space. It will go on my website towards the weekend when we know more details, because we need to let you know where the hockey tournaments are and the polo, and of course our local games of football where you take your jackets off and go down to the local park and win that game. So I'd like to wish you all the best, and it's important you remember we're in this together. And Sama and co, traitors, we know what happens. Muslim Brotherhood, we're ready. See you on the other side.